Let's talk about BT, who performed very well, I think, by all accounts last week with the shoulder program in the build-up. Not too much fluff in between fights as well on Saturday night, which was great to see. Got everything done in a good order. You've renewed your deal with them. Just tell us kind of the details of that. So how long it's for, and will it be a similar structured deal to the previous one?
It'll be the same as the previous one, and we've been talking about it for, we've been working on it for quite a while, and obviously with a big fight coming up, everything got a little bit pushed back. We've done it, so we've got another 3 years on the existing deal, and I'm delighted about that. It's sort of. For me, and for everybody here, that we're in a position now we can keep on developing and bringing a talent through. And we've got some great fights coming up. A terrific fight that we look like we've got over the line, or we should have it over the line finally in the next day or so with Joyce and Joe Parker, the old two unordinary Joes. That's going to be a really good fight. I'm looking forward to that. It's a great fight, and obviously we got a derby coming up, which is a cracker. I mean, these are quality fights, big fights, and I'm looking forward to that. We've got Daniel Dubois on the Don King show in America against Trevor Bryant. So, our big guns are out there involved in good fights, and plus a lot of our other youngsters that we're guiding and moving into some really little tasty fights.
How crucial to the renewal of the deal, if at all, do you feel your relationship with Tyson Fury is? Because obviously he could retire officially tomorrow. Would that deal still be as strong and as, there's no contingency, I guess, to if Tyson does retire?
The deal doesn't revolve around pay-per-view fight. I mean, we've got the exclusive for pay-per-view on BT, but it doesn't revolve about that. The deal is about our normal fights, the normal subscription fights. That's what the deal is. That's what the deal is, and any pay-per-view things are a bonus.
And talking of pay-per-view, you mentioned Joyce Parker there, almost finalised now. Is that going to be on regular BT, or will it be on BT Sport Box Office?
I'm not sure yet. We're just sorting out the numbers on there, and then we'll make our decision where it's going to be. But it's a good fight. It's good heavyweight, really good heavyweight fight.
Are you able to kind of vary the price points of BT box office events? Because obviously Fury was $24.95, as we're accustomed to seeing. But if you felt numbers added up in a way that you had to put Joyce Parker on box office, could it be a lesser price, like $14.99, $19.99, whatever?
Well, we don't determine I don't determine the price. That's determined by BT. But at the end of the day, is obviously in consultation with us. But at the end of the day, we will. It'll have to be a price that we feel that make the event work. Otherwise, we can't put them together. That's the be an end of it all. I mean, they've realised that now on DAZN. If you remember, DAZN, pay-per-view's dead. You're never going to see anymore. The Canelo fight's on pay-per-view in America, and that was that according to everybody was a dead model and wasn't going to work. And for me, that is how it has to be. Because otherwise it won't work. For the money, the expectation levels for the fighters at the top, what they expect to get paid, and they deserve, the only way you can make it work is pay-per-view. You're not going to make it work off a subscription.
Do you expect Joyce Parker to be a big seller on pay-per-view, though? And if not, will they have to kind of reduce their demands to an extent, or requests, if you like?
I think it'll do well. I mean, it is a good fight. Good fight sell. I mean, Parker's had quite a few fights over here, hasn't he? He's a known quantity. They know. I mean, he comes to fight, and both these guys. All they do, they're not counter punchers or anything. They just march forward. So you're going to get a big. It's going to be a bang up, no doubt about that.
Does the winner get Tyson if he doesn't retire?
Well, if he wasn't to retire, obviously the fight he'd be looking at is unification. I would think if he doesn't retire.
So what would happen? What's the carrot there for the winner of Joyce Parker? Is it to be kind of first in line for the ultimate undisputed belt?
One's Joyce is ranked number 1, and Joe Parker's ranked number 2. So the winner of that will become the mandatory challenger for that title. There be the manager at the moment would be the mandatory challenger to Usyk and Joyce. Usyk and Joshua.